Okay, so right here, ladies and gentlemen, we don't play this. This we're not going to do. This is from Disgruntled Veteran, and I believe that we've looked at a post from Disgruntled Veteran before where they were trying to get this teacher to come in during the summer to sit in on some boring interviews. I think I do remember that. Look at this. AP told me to email the parent back while on break. I don't think so. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, as leaders, we and professionals, we have to be respectful, and you can respectfully say, I'm not doing that. I'm not working on my break, and I can't believe that this teacher was asked to do that. So let's look into this. So I posted the other day how a parent emailed me 5 times between 1:15 and 3 a.m. Yeah, guys, like when we're on break, I my suggestion is you set your out of office reply on. Let them know. So if they email you 5 times, they're getting 5 emails right back as soon as they send that email that says, "Hey, I'm out of the office. Don't expect anything from me until this date." That's insane. And like I just peeped this and I see a B plus and I think I know where this is going. I have not read this, but I think this is going, "Hey, Johnny missed 5 points on this assignment. Can you tell me why? Because it's affecting their grade and they got a B plus instead of an A." That's what I'm thinking this is. Again, this is like I'm going off of my experience here. Let's see if I'm correct. They are upset that their child got a B plus in science in my class, apparently. Because I didn't respond in the wee hours of the morning or on Christmas Day. They messaged my assistant principal complaining that I was ignoring them and it was vital that I. Oh, jeez. And ladies and gentlemen, we can learn from this. We can learn from this. Now I know you veterans out there, you know exactly how to handle this. But we've got some newbies who are still starting, and yeah, this it can be kind of intimidating. Like you get a message from your principal during the break, and yeah, I can understand how there's some out there who would just jump right to it and email. But no, no, like this is crazy. Complaining that I was ignoring them and it was vital that I get in touch with them. Vital. Okay. So what did my spineless parent pleasing AP do? Woo. She called and emailed me today. I ignored the email, but I picked up the phone when it rang because I was expecting a call from an army buddy. Ooh, darn. I made the mistake of not checking the caller ID and just answered it. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. She told me that the mother of my student was very upset. She is worried about her child's academic future. Like in these moments, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to breathe. You just have to breathe because we know everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. But this parent, I'm sure this parent believed that, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. He's not going to make it into the college of his choice because he got a B plus. Did my AP calm the mother down? And see, that is a good question because you're right. That is my job as a principal here. Let me let's relax. Let's pull it in. It's not the end of the world. Mister disgruntled veteran teacher is on break, so they've been instructed by me not to open up their computer, not to answer any emails or phone calls. They've been instructed to make memories and spend time with their family. So that's why, see, that's me. That's me covering for my teacher here. I don't want my teacher to have to deal with any of this while they're on break. So, yes, you're right. My job is to smooth this out, talk this parent off the ledge, like get off the ledge. Everything's going to be okay. And this work will be waiting for us. Whatever we need to do here, it'll be waiting for us when we returned. So you're absolutely right. Did my AP calm the mother down? No. She did she tell her that I am on break and will respond to the that's what yeah. So that didn't happen. My AP told the mother that she'd call me and have me get in contact with her. Oh gosh. Oh. I cannot believe that happened. Oh. I told my AP that whew, okay. I told my AP that wasn't going to happen until January 5th. That's the way you got to do it. That's the way you have to you have to set those boundaries, ladies and gentlemen, and don't be scared. I know some of you that may intimidate some of you, but that is first of all, that's crazy that a principal is calling a teacher for something like this. I don't work while on break. And even if I did, I wouldn't waste my time explaining to someone that a B plus in sixth grade. We're not. I thought we were talking about high school. We're talking about sixth grade. Stop it. A B plus in sixth grade science isn't jeopardizing anyone's academic future. I also told her that just because she promised a helicopter parent something doesn't mean I have to help her keep that promise. Ooh, boy. Sir, you didn't say that word for word. No, you didn't say. Oh, gosh. Let me read that again. I also told her that just because she promised a helicopter parent something doesn't mean I have to help her keep that promise. Tell me you didn't say that. You didn't say that word. You did not say that to your principal. No, you didn't say that. But there's a respectful way of saying I'm not going to do that. I'm not. This is my contractually speaking. I am on break. There's this. No, I'm not. I'm not expected to do any school related work during this time. Respectfully, my AP told me that she expects me to contact the parent by Monday. Boy, is she going to be pissed at me when she finds out that I'm not doing that. Spending time with my daughter is worth way more to me than making one mother and one AP happy. Wow-wee. I like this guy. I like this guy. I like him a lot. But it just really stinks that like he's got an AP who has these instincts. Like these are very poor instincts as a principal. Like this isn't high priority. This will be waiting in January. And as a principal, I don't want to get in the middle of this because you know what? I am not in the business of influencing teachers to change grades. I don't do that. So, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that this has upset you, and I'm so sorry about that, and I understand, and I can feel your passion as we're talking on this phone. This has really got you upset and concerned, and I apologize about that. But I do want you to know that we've instructed all teachers to not do any work during this time. But they will be available on January 5th. They're going to be available. And I promise you what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that Mr. Disgruntled Veteran has a note to call you and let you know how he arrived at that grade. So he'll have that note on January 5th. And so you can expect to hear something back on January 5th. Something along those lines. Obviously, yes, principal, we got to do the work to massage things, but so I want to hear what you think about this. I want to hear what you think about this, But I think the main takeaway from this is we've got to, as teachers, we have to set our boundaries. Because as you can see, this principal is not respecting those boundaries. They're calling a teacher during the winter break and asking them to do something that could possibly take quite a bit of time. This isn't an easy phone call. Um, and there's gonna have to be some preparation done prior to this phone call as well. Teachers got to get all the assignments, lay it out, get the evidence so that they can present everything to the parent. Because I'll tell you what, the grade is the grade. I can tell where this is going. This teacher is going to stand their ground. It's a B plus, and the parents just going and the student, they're going to have to, at the end of the day, deal with it and hopefully learn from, if they're used to A's, learn from whatever happened that caused the grade to slip from an A to a B plus. Learn from that. And that is, again, because teachers are leaders, that's our role. And it's more, it's, yeah, there, it's kind of, it's, I don't want to say odd, but it's interesting. I'll say that it's interesting because, going into this, I really thought that, and for the most part, it was like I'm working with students who lack motivation. I'm trying to get them going. I'm trying to influence them to make better decisions. But on this side of the spectrum, we've got high achieving students that they're just using A's, 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 A's. B, what? What did you do wrong that I have a B? Why did you give me a B? And but no, there's still that leadership work that a teacher can do here to help this student learn and grow. So actually, this is a good thing for this student because this is going to help them get better. I know they probably won't see it that way now, neither does a mother, but I think this can ultimately benefit this student in the long run. So I want to hear from you. What do you think? Have you ever had a situation like this? And what are your thoughts for those of you who are new? Does this intimidate you? The idea of telling your assistant principal that, no, I've got these boundaries, so I'm not going to do that now. I'll do it later, but I'm not going to do that because that's, I'm on break. So I want to hear from you in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until we meet again, please don't forget that teachers are leaders.